Oh, hello everyone. My name is Holly and I here this evening. It is 11 p.m. here in Idaho, and I'm going to do a reading activity with everyone on what is called birth or upbringing. What we're going to do is read an article that questions and looks at different people, different entrepreneurs, and evaluate whether they are successful because of their birth and genetics, or were successful because of the way their parents brought them up. And so we're going to talk a little bit about being an entrepreneur. We're going to talk a bit about growing up and how your family influenced you, and just a little bit about several different types of topics. We are also going to go over vocabulary words. And if there's time, we'll even do a little bit of grammar. But normally, no, I guess we won't, not in this class. It's all vocabulary and reading. So that is the main thing, is vocabulary and reading. So look forward to you all coming. My name is Holly, and I am from Idaho, where it is now 11 o'clock p.m. And in Idaho, it's a very small small state. We only have 3 million in the entire state, which I know many of you are from cities with even larger populations than that. Hi, Cornell. How are you doing? It's been a
Uh,
while.
Hi, Harry. I'm okay, more or less. I wake up earlier than actual because my son wake up 2 hours ago.
Oh, wow. How old is your son?
4 months ago, 4 months old.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So he's gone back to sleep and you
yeah.
can't sleep, right?
He's he's quiet,
Uh-huh.
uh, small.
Uh-huh. Now, Cornell, in the Ukraine, is it 8 a.m. now?
Yeah, in Hungary.
And did I say the Ukraine? I was thinking Hungary when I said the Ukraine.
Yeah. It is neighbor states, and yeah, not 8, 7,
It's 7 a.m. Okay.
7 a.m. Yes,
Okay. So you are in the same time zone as Germany, France,
yes,
Spain, okay,
yeah,
Italy. Okay.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
Time border from the line of Romania, Ukraine, and I don't know,
Mhm.
Russia. Yeah,
Yeah, in Russia, well, at least I had a student in Moscow in the last hour, and it was 9 o'clock there
yeah.
already. So no, it was eight
Yeah,
o'clock there. So
yeah,
it's nine
plus
now.
2 hours in Russia, and
Yeah.
plus 1 hour in Romania and Ukraine.
Yeah, and then well, also in Finland, Helsinki is also right now would be 8 a.m. now. So
Uh, no, 7.
no,
I
8 in Finland. Finland is the same as Greece and the Ukraine and Romania. Sweden is the same as you guys.
yeah. You are right. Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, it was always when I'd go over to
yeah.
Sweden, it was always
We have to
7 a.m.
focus on a greenish time.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is the balance.
It's been fun though with all the different people from all over the world. But now I can start a class and then I'll say hello. Sometimes I'll go good morning, good evening, good night, and
Yeah.
then I'll say it is 11 p.m. here and it is 7 a.m. in Spain and it is you know
Yeah.
8 a.m. in Finland.
How much the time in USA?
Right now in my region, which is the Mountain Standard Time, it's 11 p.m.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
California, it's still 10 p.m. And
Hmm?
New York City, it would be 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
differences are approximately 3 hours among the regions in USA.
yeah, four, four.
4.
And
Yeah,
then
okay.
and then if you include Hawaii, it's a lot more. But we don't really include Hawaii or Alaska because they're just
Yeah.
far
Uh,
away. So
Yeah, I have a question for you. Do you know Johnson Controls company in USA? Because I was a job interview this week at the company.
Uh-huh.
Position was project buyer.
Okay, so what was the name of the company?
Johnson Controls.
John, is that Johnson and
Johnson
Johnson?
Controls. I can give you a link
Yeah. Is it
about
part of
the
Johnson and Johnson?
Johnson Controls. Just a minute. I'm looking for
Okay.
the internet.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's part of Johnson and Johnson, that's a really big
Yeah,
conglomerate, and it would be a great company for you to work for because they have
yeah,
so many
yeah.
products.
You can see it at the chat on the
Johnson Controls. Look,
chat box.
um, no, I'm not familiar with this company.
Hmm. Yeah, it is
Okay.
quite a huge company in automotive industry.
Okay, so it has more to do with energy and so forth.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's more of okay, and it
yeah,
has locations
yeah,
mostly.
company produce so-called seat equipment for premium automotive companies like Ferrari, Maserati, Mercedes, and go on, go on.
Yeah, it looks like it's represented in every state in the U.S. or almost.
Yeah,
But yeah, not I have not run into this company. That makes sense because if you ask me about a company from this industry in Finland, I'd probably be able to tell you. But in the U.S., I'm not familiar with these types of companies as much because I don't work with them. So.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope it works out. So, did you have an in-person interview with them, or did you just apply?
No, it was personal interview and participate were purchasing manager and um manufacturing unit leader and the last uh, person was a HR consultant. I was asked many questions about my previous work experience and knowledge, and my English
Mhm.
also was tested a
Oh
bit.
wow,
Yeah,
wow.
and selecting process includes 2 rounds. So it was the
Uh-huh.
first round, and I am waiting for the feedback for the company concerning
Yeah.
the second round.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
it was very successful from my side. So
Hmm.
mm, yeah.
Wait, are they looking for a buyer for Hungary, or would you be moving somewhere else?
Mm, I'm looking for a buyer position, but I am appropriate another position inside supply chain management.
Uh-huh. Okay, got it. Understand. Hi, Mohammed. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. So tell me, where is that picture that you have? Where is that located?
It's in top of Europe, Switzerland. The name of mountain is Jungfrau.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. So
It's
are you a mountain do you climb mountains a lot?
yes,
Uh-huh. Cool. That's awesome. So where are you from, Mohammed?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Okay, awesome. Okay, welcome. William,
Hi, Holly.
hi.
Um,
I saw your I saw the microphone icon this time, so I was like, oh cool, his microphone's working this time.
I want to participate in the previous class, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't either, and it was really weird, guys, because he would try to talk, and nobody except for only one person could hear him. Nobody else could hear him, and it was so strange. None of us knew why. So he finally gave up and said, "Okay, I'll figure it out. Try again." So I'm glad you came back. So, um,
Thank you. I'll be here
So
I hear them new.
yeah. So remind me, where are you from? Because you've been in my class before, but I cannot remember where you're from.
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. I was right because I did ask you in the last class.
Yes, I remember when you said me maybe 5 years ago you came to Colombia,
Uh-huh.
yes?
Yeah, I traveled to Colombia and we did a presentation with the Ministry of Education about about this type of training, teaching English online using virtual classrooms. And
Ah,
yeah,
sounds good.
it was really good. But the problem was, and we did a pilot for the Ministry of Education, but within 6 months after that, the government changed.
Oh,
So the project never got off the ground. We were not able to do it. But
I hope came again
yeah, well,
and
I would like to.
and and know personally to teach us.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually looked into teaching in Colombia. That's been one country I've looked into. And actually, right now I've told you about my dog, right? Have I showed you guys him?
Yes,
Uh, Mohammed, this is my little boy, and
yes, I remembered.
he's from he's actually from Cornell's country.
Finlandia,
No, he's
Finland.
from Hungary. He was born in Hungary, and
Ah,
then when he was 8 weeks old, he moved to Finland, and then when he was 6, he came to the U.S. with me, and he was traumatized on the airplane. Did not eat afterwards. I think it took 2 weeks for me to get him to eat where he would not throw it up. He would be eating and it wouldn't stay up. He got so sick. So I decided I will not move again until he's dead. So once he dies, I'll make some changes. I don't know what I'll do. So
what do you say when do the classified of species of dogs?
um
Uh,
well, that's actually called a breed. What
breed
you would say, yeah, you would say what breed is he, or what breed is it? What breed is it? And that is a word for it. And he is actually what is called or its breed. His breed is a Pumi, which is a Hungarian sheepdog.
is not common species. It's not common breed.
It's not a common breed. It's fairly common in Hungary though, Cornell, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and my understanding is it's very common in Hungary, but in Scandinavia they have maybe about 2,000. And when we came back to the States 5 years ago, there were 148 Pumik in the U.S. and now there's just under 200. And they were very excited when we brought him because Alpo is what is called a stud dog. Do you guys know what that means?
Is a dog expensive?
No, that's a purebred. And he's also a purebred. A stud dog is a dog that helps the females or the bitches have babies. So, you use the verb to stud them out. So, I think I have charged $1,000 for them to use his sperm so that they could have get his family line into the U.S. And so there was, I think there was only one other dog that had anything closely remoted to Alpo. So they were very excited because it was just new blood, and they didn't have to pay to bring him over. So anyway, so when he dies, I might make some changes. So. Until then, small town.
As he saw
How
in the
old
background,
he is?
teacher.
How old is he? He's
Mhm.
11. He's 11, and the life expectancy for a Pumi is 12 to 14 years. And so I'm
Oh,
expecting 2, 3, 4 more years. So,
and he's not, or he doesn't have sons or
Oh yes, yeah,
puppies.
he does. He's got several offspring. Do you guys know that word, offspring?
Oh no, I don't know.
Offspring. That's what you can call your children, your offspring. And
Offspring.
offspring, yeah. So he's got like one of his sons is the first a working dog, a working companion dog of the breed.
Okay.
And one of his daughters is actually going to the National Agility Championship this year, and then he's got some champion grand dogs in Finland and so forth. But he's just a dog. he just knows how they use him for his bloodline. So, but I retired him last year, so he's now just retired. I say he was born in Hungary, raised in Finland, and he's retired in the U.S. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. The topic today is on birth or upbringing. Does anybody know what upbringing means? Any idea
No.
what that word?
Birth.
Upbringing.
You know birth.
Birth is like a birthday.
Okay, yeah. Birth is when you were born,
Yes.
Okay. And any idea about upbringing?
No.
Okay.
Upbringing.
Yeah. Any idea what that would be?
Upbringing.
Let's see. Okay. Upbringing so this, of course, is when you were born. Okay. Upbringing is when you were actually when you grow up, or
Breeding.
to be brought up, to raise, and that's how many of you guys, do you all have children?
Yes, I have two.
Yes, I have.
And Cornell, you do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I have small children, as I mentioned before.
yeah. And so all of you have children. So what you are doing right now is you are raising them, raising your children. Or another thing is, or you are bringing up your children. Okay. So when you think of your childhood, you actually can think of your upbringing. It is basically your childhood, because that is when your parents were raising you or were bringing you up. Okay, so the first question I have for you is, how did your upbringing influence your career choice? So, Cornell, you're a buyer. Did your choice to move into that field come at all from when you were a child?
Sorry, could you please repeat the question?
Yeah. Well, how did your upbringing influence your career choice? So, did anything happen in your childhood that made an impact on your career choice?
Yes, of course. I prepare for the job interview, and yeah, my childhood helped me to get the position, because I am polite and something like that. So it definitely helped for me.
Okay, so for example, we can say this. You can say, yeah, when I was bringing up during my childhood, I was taught social skills, or I was taught polite behavior. So that has helped in job interviews. Or I was taught social skills. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, excellent. Okay, how about you, William?
I was thinking about. But when I was child,
Mm-hmm.
um I I liked to play with my toys and classified different toys in colors,
Ah.
count by color, count by size,
Uh-huh.
and actually there was a take notes in my notebooks for
Mm-hmm.
the for example play football with them, and put on my notebook how many goals scored everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And today my career is making reports, is modeling reports with how many interacts in a
Wow.
by customer. Yes, I always
Wow.
love the statistics.
Oh, so much of what you did as a child, you continued based on your career choice. That's amazing. That's great. Mohammed, how about you?
I'm fine.
How did your upbringing influence your career choice?
When I was a child,
Uh-huh.
uh, my stepmom is upbringing me uh, because my mom is divorced.
Uh-huh.
Mm, and she was very good, my
Uh-huh.
stepmom,
Mm-hmm.
and bring many games, many toys, mm, and she is take care for me when
Mm-hmm.
she uh, joined to the mm, school
Mm-hmm. And so she influenced you?
in forest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So she influenced you. What do you do? What is your job?
Now I am working as a teacher.
Awesome. Okay. And she influenced you that way. Now I remember you. You've been in my class before.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, Mohammed. I didn't
It's okay.
recognize the picture. So, and there's a lot of your name is very common, I think, isn't it?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And when I was a child, everyone, I am a twin. Okay, and my sister is. We were both considered very shy, but I was
Hmm.
very talkative and
Talkative.
talkative.
Talkative,
Yeah,
talkative is
talkative.
a speaking person, or
I talked too much.
Talk too much. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
And now, the choice I finally, when I first started my career, my professional career, I was in sales and customer service, and then I decided I wanted to see the world, and I kind of I went to teach English in Korea, and basically, we teach a lot of grammar and we teach vocabulary, but we also encourage you guys to talk, right? So I talk for a living, right?
Hmm.
Teaching English is
is your
talking.
profession? Talk
Yeah.
for a living.
I like sometimes I mean sometimes people can say you're a conversation coach or whatever, but I talk for a living. So,
Hmm.
so I mean there's more involved, but that's kind of the
But for talk for a living, do you know, or do you is is necessary to learn a lot of many things to speak different topics and
actually
subjects.
that's not really true because you know what you do. You engage in conversation, and the people that you talk to especially as a language teacher, right? So I've taught many fields: engineers, accountants, finance, banks, all kinds of fields. I don't know their fields at all, but I can teach them because they are the experts in their field, and I am the expert in English. And we combine the expertise together, works great. And at least in the way I talk for a living. So, but yeah, in a lot of people, if you talk for a living,
Yeah,
definitely.
Holly, one thing about talkative attribute, I think it could be both positive and negative as well.
Absolutely.
It depends on the situation and uh, workplace
Exactly. It
and job.
totally, yeah, I agree with you. It totally depends on the situation,
Yeah.
and there are times that if as a talkative person you have to be quiet. You know, you can't talk all the time. So, and I
It's not likely whisper person. No, it's not similar. Yes.
no. Could you write that down? Whisper person.
Tell me.
Could you write that word down? I don't know what you mean. Whisper like this. Whisper.
Whisper. No, it's a person who talks in your back. What does it mean?
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. You're talking a person who talks behind your back.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Talks behind your back, and uh, uh, they actually do rumors, basically rumors
Mm-hmm.
and gossip. Okay, yeah, a talkative person might get involved with that. I have been known to get involved with rumors and gossip, but I've also been known to stay away from it. So a talkative person like myself, I can get people like my brothers are the typical guys who never speak, but their baby sister can get them talking because I have that skill. So, but anyway, welcome. It says Aurasoft. What is your name? Mentorsnet. Okay, maybe I don't see the. Maybe there's having problems with the microphone. Once the microphone gets going, we do not have a mic. Okay, well, welcome, Raj. You can just type in the chat, and I'll try to watch the chat for your contribution to our discussion. Okay, so we have 9 words that we are going to read about if we have time. We've got upbringing, a founder, an entrepreneur, a wholesaler, assistants, premises, opportunisms, a warehouse, and a character trait. And what I'd like to do is we're going to just match these words with these definitions. Okay. So Cornell, could you start out by reading A?
Of course, upbringing. It could be age.
Okay. Could you read the whole thing?
The way that you were treated and educated during your childhood.
A?
Age.
No, A.
Oh.
A is
Age.
an apple.
Yeah, characteristic of somebody's personality.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
wanted
okay,
you to
sorry.
read.
I mixed it,
I know you did.
the numbers over there. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I do it opposite, and people at first are like, "What? What is she doing?" So, a characteristic of somebody's personality. What word is that?
Nice character trait.
Okay, a character trait. Okay, excellent. A. Okay, and Mohammed, could you read B?
B. A large building which is used for storing goods until they are sold to shops.
Okay, and what would that be?
Large building which is used for storing goods until they are sold. He's talking about market, sales. I
Mm-hmm.
think warehouse or
Yes.
wholesaler.
It would be warehouse
Warehouse.
because it's a business, but otherwise a wholesaler actually does that. Okay. So
Mm.
C. Um, William, can you read C?
A person or business that sells goods in large quantities to shops and business. Yes,
Businesses.
I can see clearly.
Okay. Okay, businesses, yeah. And so what answer would that be? Anyone?
Eh, person that sells wholesaler.
Yes, a wholesaler. Excellent. Okay, a person who establishes an organization. Who would that be?
Establishes organization. Organization.
Anyone?
Founder.
An entrepreneur.
Okay. Or it's an entrepreneur,
Founder.
a founder.
Founder.
Question for
Founder.
you.
Yes.
What is the difference between a founder and an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur works alone, and he is responsible for uh, own own business.
Okay. And a founder, it works with a group?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So number E, a person who starts their own business, taking risks and trying to make a profit. That would be then it'd be an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is help?
Yes. The most accurate.
What is help here?
Premises. Premises.
No, not
Premise.
premises.
Assistance.
Yes. Help is assistance. Okay. What is the land or buildings owned by a company or organization?
Premises.
Premises, yes. So that is the location where it is. Number H, the way that you were treated and educated during your childhood.
Upbringing.
Upbringing, yes. And using every situation to your advantage would be opportunism. Opportunism. Okay. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to read an article about entrepreneurs. We're going to take 6 character traits of successful entrepreneurs that you think will be mentioned, and check your answers by reading the text. Okay. So bear with me. Tools. We're going to go to change that. Okay. So what do you guys think? Which of these words do you think will be in the article? What?
Yeah. Ready to take risk.
Okay. Ready to take risks. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, the check mark won't move. Okay, there it is.
Creative.
Yeah, ready. I'm trying to mark it, but it's not letting me do it. It's right here. Okay, there you go. It's not doing it. Okay. Ready to take risks. Anything else?
In my opinion, each attribute could be essential for entrepreneurs.
Okay, so you think it would be all of them. Raj.
Yeah, all of them. Yes.
Okay. And how about
Hardworking.
you? Okay,
I think.
hardworking?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm kind of with you, Cornell. I think all of them are important. Are any of you guys have any of you guys ever been an entrepreneur? No? I'm thinking your silence means no.
And I don't understand you.
Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Have you ever been an entrepreneur? Have you
No,
ever started your own company?
no, I am not.
Okay, have not. Okay. How about you,
Not
Cornell? Have you?
not
No,
yet, and
not yet.
I am not planning to be entrepreneur.
You are not, or you
Yeah,
are?
yeah.
I admire some these people, but for me it's difficult, or I don't have the mentality like an entrepreneur, take risks.
Mm,
No.
yeah. Well, I am an entrepreneur. I've started 2 companies so far. The first company I actually stopped because I was too busy for it. So too busy doing other things. And the second company I'm still running, and it's a very small company. And but one day it will become bigger. So
Yeah, Wally, I have a question
uh-huh.
for you concerning this subject, how to handle the pressure and uh, and uh, and risk in your early career
It's
as an entrepreneur.
well, I mean, it's one of the things that you have to make a lot of sacrifices, and you have to live, eat, and breathe what you do.
Mhm.
And if you're not willing to make the thing that you're doing everything, it makes it more difficult. And you also need to have a very supportive family, or a really good support system. Your wife or your husband, or in my case, my sister and brother-in-law, who have let me move into their home so that I don't have to worry about money. So that's if you have a supportive family or friends, it goes a long way. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's my dad was an entrepreneur, so I grew up with it, and I think that's one of the reasons it really affected my choices. I made choices because I knew that he would have wanted me to do it. So, a brain for business is often thought of as something you were born with, but entrepreneurial personalities differ greatly, and the necessary skills can be learned. Okay, let's go ahead and read through this. And this one doesn't actually have a numbers on it. So let's read one paragraph at a time. Mohammed, could you read the first paragraph?
Okay.
Okay.
The J. Lingia seems
Mm-hmm.
born to be an inter, inter,
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
The 32-year-old founder of Art Lounge, which sells painting, which sells paintings and other art forms, grew up surrounded by business. His mother's family had fishing businesses, while on his father's side the field was dairy. At school, he ran a business with his sister, and she has also established established her own business.
Perfect. Are there any words or phrases that you do not know?
Um,
All of you established.
established, yes.
Another
Um,
word. Okay.
it's the first time I see this vocabulary.
Okay.
Interpro,
Okay.
inter,
Entrepreneur. Okay.
entrepreneur,
Establish
established,
means to start.
entrepreneur,
That means to start. Establish means to start something.
start
Or,
something, yes.
Yeah. Or
or
start,
set
or
up, or
to
set
start
up.
up, or to start up. Yeah. To start or to start up.
Start up,
Um,
yes.
like a company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can establish a club. You can establish a family. You and your wife, you establish a family. You start a family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, an entrepreneur is a person who goes into business for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a small business person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Steve Jobs, for example, started out as an entrepreneur, or Donald Trump, or all of these great rich men all started as entrepreneurs. So most of them did. Okay, good. Any other words?
Field. Field.
Field. Okay. Okay.
Field.
Like you are in education, so you work in the field of education. Where Cornell is in logistics, pretty much, or buying. He's a buyer, so he's in the field of buying and logistics, I guess. And William, see, and I'm in the field of education. And William, are you an engineer or an accountant?
Administrator.
Administrator. Okay, so he's basically in the administrative field. So that's what field would be. So, okay. Any other words? Good. Thank you, Mohammed. Keep asking these questions, okay? Cornell, could you read the next paragraph?
Of course. At school, he sold goods to other pupils using his parents' wholesaler connections. While still a teenager, he made and sold sandwiches for local shops and also sold art by art students at car boot sales.
Okay. Do you guys know what car boot sales are?
It's a good question. What does it mean?
Okay, bear with me. I'm getting
Car
boot sales. These are car boot sales. Basically, they're kind of rummage sales or garage sales. So they bring in, like this is their car boot, and they bring in stuff to sell out of their car. And this is British English.
Boot means margin.
No, boot means this part of the car in British English. This is this is a boot right here in British English. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, now in American English we would actually call it garage sales or yard sales. Yeah. So we have outside of the homes or in yards and stuff like that, we would have sales. We don't usually have car boot sales, but we have yard sales or garage sales. So yard is the same way. We're not actually selling the garage or the yard. We're selling
in the public market.
Yeah, kind of, but it's actually in front of your home. So yeah. Yard sales are. So in the States on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday mornings, usually Friday and Saturday, people will get up early and they will start looking for yard sales during the summer. And that's just a hobby for some families. Okay, let's go to the next one. William, could you read that next paragraph?
Okay, let me.
Can you see it, or do you want me to increase it?
Yes, I.
Okay.
Nick James, on the other hand, let me.
Are you there? William?
What was happened?
I don't know. William? Are you there? Okay, well, Cornell, could you read that then?
Yeah. Nick James, on the other hand, had none of these advantages. His parents encouraged him to be creative and ambitious, but could offer little practical assistance for going into business. He decided to become a furniture designer and set up his own business, but he was totally unprepared for what happened next. During his search for appropriate premises for the business James designed, he rented a disused warehouse. It started the studio for himself and for a friend, but grew into business providing sites for a range of the creative people. Mushroom Works has grown rapidly, and James has suddenly found himself running two successful businesses.
Okay. Okay, I'll read the next one. First of all, are there any words here that you do not know? Mohammed, Cornell? Hopefully William's able to come back.
Yeah, I realized one unknown word. I'm looking for it. Just a minute.
Yeah, when you read aloud, one of the things that happens is when a person is reading aloud, especially the first time, they're reading for pronunciation and not for content. So you have to read it again. So.
Yeah.
Mohammed, are there any words here that you do not know?
Mushroom. It's mean something can be eaten.
Yeah. Well, Mushroom. Let me go on to Mushroom Works. Apparently, it's a company that he started. But Mushroom is this. That's what a mushroom is. So he must have started a company named Mushroom Works right here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read the next one. Despite their differences, both men have recently appeared in a list of leading entrepreneurs published by Arena Men's Magazine. Lingion was named Entrepreneur of the Year, but the presence of James on the list suggests that it is possible to grow to be an entrepreneur. So one man, the man whose parents were entrepreneurs, is Entrepreneur of the Year, but James also is. He believes that much of his success has been due to opportunism. It's about keeping your ear to the ground and finding out what's going on and using that to your advantage, he says. Do you guys know what keeping your ear to the ground means? Hello?
What does it stand for?
If you keep your ear to the ground, as a small business person, you're always listening for your next client. You're listening to people. You're trying to find out what people do to see if they have an opportunity that you can use.
Concentrating on other client and the other customer.
Yeah, Cornell, like in your situation, if you keep your ear to the ground, you are listening and you're making sure that there are no problems. And in Mohammed's situation, he keeps his ear to the ground because of his students. So he makes sure that his students are studying, and he listens and makes sure they're not cheating and things like that. So he keeps his ear to the ground too. It's basically a way of saying you're listening. It's about listening and finding out what's going on and using that to your advantage.
It would be a prevention and preparing for the next situation.
Exactly. For you, especially for you, since you're a teacher, that's exactly what you would have to do. Yeah. Yep. A study, I'm going to go ahead and read these so you guys can just look at the words. A study published in late 2004 by the Canadian Federation of Independent Business points out that entrepreneurs are believed to have special character traits that make them successful. For instance, entrepreneurs are considered to be especially skilled at spotting new business opportunities, or they are regarded as confident, aggressive, and ready to take risks. However, despite a lot of academic study, no one has been able to identify a truly unique set of entrepreneurial personalities. Okay, are there any words or phrases in here?
Opportunities. Opportunities.
Opportunities?
Opportunities, yes.
Chances.
Chances. Yeah.
Chances.
Opportunity.
Yes,
Like,
chances.
for example, you have an opportunity to study English with people around the world at Verbling. So you saw the opportunity and signed up for these classes.
Chances.
Holly, what does spotting stand for?
Okay, spotting in this respect, it means seeing. They're skilled at spotting or seeing it, skilled at finding new business opportunities.
Finding, okay.
Yeah, like for example, in your job, well, in Muhammad's job as an educator, he spots trouble. He spots the troubled child and gets them help. For you, you might spot issues that could stop the transaction from happening. So, okay, any other words?
And truly or truly means really.
Which one? Where?
Before unique. Truly or truly, I don't know.
Truly unique. Okay, identify a truly or very unique.
Yeah, it is
Very.
real or
A real, yeah, authentic, truly or very, yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Dr. Parik McGowan, director of the Northern Ireland Centre for Entrepreneurship, believes that entrepreneurs are both born and made. Success depends on developing entrepreneurial traits and also learning skills, such as management skills and also time management skills. He also believes that everyone has the potential to become an entrepreneur. What do you think? Do you agree with this?
I think it depends on ambition for the people and characterism is also crucial. I think concerning this subject.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it depends on it really depends on a lot of things. Okay, and it's crucial to have good character. Okay.
Yeah, and the financial background is also very important.
It is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have it.
Yeah, to have the capital to do it.
Yeah, and the bank loan or some credit. So
yeah, or sacrifices, big sacrifices.
Yeah. And entrepreneur can find the proper field as well.
And find the correct market and the niche. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mohammed, what do you agree with this?
We also believe that everyone has a potential to become.
So they have the potential to open their own company.
To become.
What do you think? Can anybody open their own company and be a small business person?
I think yes.
Yeah. Okay. I agree that I think anybody can, but I think the person has to be a risk taker and has to be okay with missing paying bills. Because they're not going to always pay their bills. So, first question, what do you think makes a successful entrepreneur? What do you think, Cornell?
Yeah, first of all, I think a product who was sold is very important, and the market as well, and entrepreneur characterism is also crucial in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, and taking a risk is also very essential to make a profit uh, in the market.
Yeah. What do you think, Mohammed?
Uh, I think if the person have honesty and patience, I think will be successful.
Okay, so if they have if they're trustworthy or if they're honest and patient, they could be successful. Patience is very, very important. For most entrepreneurs, they have to wait years before they really are able to make a lot of money. So
Yes, yes, yes. Patient, yes.
patience is very important.
Mhm.
Do you know any successful businessmen or businesswomen? What
Yes,
character
I know
traits do they
many.
possess? Okay, so talk to us, Cornell. What character traits do they possess?
What does pos what
Possess,
does it mean?
have. What
Yeah,
what character traits do they have?
yeah, yeah. As we talked,
Hmm.
the early of class, ambition, confident, hardworking. I like to point out that a good entrepreneur has to be uh, mm, confident, hardworking, decisive,
Decisive.
yeah, decisive, and something like that.
Okay, thank you. And do you agree, Mohammed?
Yes, many businessmen that I know them,
Mm-hmm.
they have many traits like patience, which is basically a trait,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't. I mean, they didn't play. I mean, they didn't play many time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are keep the money with them. They didn't travel. They didn't go to theater. They didn't go to cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they sacrifice a lot.
Mm,
Yeah, because like I said earlier, you have to uh, live, eat, and breathe your company.
mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right, and thank you very much. It looks like we're almost out of time, so I just want to thank you for your participation in today's lesson, and I wish William could have stayed, but he's been having microphone problems all evening. So, and you guys have a wonderful day. I know it's morning where you guys are located, so enjoy your Thursday. And
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
it's
Thank
midnight
you
for
so
me.
much. Thanks so
One
much,
more
Holly.
minute. Thank you. Bye.
Okay,
Thank
thanks
you.
so much. Bye bye.
Bye.